Hey everybody, welcome. I'm Leanne and I'm a multimedia book artist, and today I want to show you 3 different ways that you can begin a junk journal, boom, quick and easy with just simple little supplies. This is going to be a book that we make out of just ordinary cardstock. I'm going to show you 3 different methods using cardstock. This is a pile of things that you can put in it. I'll get into that in just one moment. First, let's work on the cover. So I have some cardstock, but this cardstock, it's not very strong. Some cardstock really has some good thickness and body to it, but this particular one doesn't. So what I'm going to do, I am going to glue these two together to give it just a little bit more strength for that cover. Now, you can use whatever glue you want. I have some awesome glues that I love using, but for this one, I'm just going to use the standard glue that you may have just kind of hanging around because of one of your kids, or because you can pick it up just easily at the store. This is just a normal Elmer's glue. So go ahead and put it all over your piece. Get a nice coverage of glue. Now, if you do have something like an old credit card, here's a credit card. Well, actually, it's not a credit card. It's actually a room card from staying at the hotel. So if you want, you can go ahead and pull out your glue like that. What that will do, it'll make it so that as the glue soaks into the paper, you're not going to get those distinctive squiggly lines from where you laid the glue quite as much. So you don't have to do that step. It's just nice. It's just a nice little tip, nice little tidbit. So go ahead and push that around, and while that's drying, I'm going to go ahead and show you some of the papers that I've just gathered that I'm going to put in here. So you can put in there whatever you want. That's why it's a junk journal. You can put in anything. So this is some coffee dyed paper that I have from a previous book that I cut up and made. I'm going to put that in there. I also have a larger sheet right here. This one I was playing around with, and I added some just green dye to it, so it has a little green tones. Because of that, I picked out some paper that I used from scrapbooking. I'm going to put some of that in there. That would look nice. How about this? Do you have paper from your kids? Or you can even just pick some up at the store, especially during the back-to-school time. It's a great paper to put in there. Graph paper is also a wonderful paper. You can easily write on that. Here's the ledger paper. That's a great paper to put in there. It's also fun to just put normal book pages in there. You can do that. Here's a little kind of ticket type thing that I got at a thrift store. I thought I'd try to put that in there. Doilies are a classic for junk journals. Just adds a little bit of bling, a little bit of frill. Guest checks. Here's an awesome guest check. Gonna put that there. And here's another piece. This is just a darker colored piece of coffee dyed paper. So this is probably now dried enough. I'm going to just fold it in half. So I did use 2 different colorings of pink. I have a darker coloring on the outside, and the inside I have a lighter coloring. I can go either way. I can have the lighter on the outside, whatever, doesn't matter. So I've got that. So the first thing that we're going to do, we're going to take our pages. So this page is the exact same size. So I can fold this up and I can put that in there, or if I want, I can cut that down a little bit so it's not so close to the exact same size. For my purposes, I don't mind it being the exact same size, so I'm just going to keep it like that. So I'm just going to start putting pages together, and I can change the order once I get there. I can do it however I want. I can cut down some of this. Oh, I picked one that only has some words on it. I'm going to do it that way. I like this. It's fun using this paper. Now, so this one here, see the edges are all rough on the top from where I ripped it. You can keep it like that, or you can cut it trim. It just really depends on your style. So this one's going to be a little bit longer because it comes from a 12-inch pad. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do it about the size of that, and then I'm just going to flip this in. I'm going to make a pocket on the other side. It doesn't matter that I've punched holes out there. I can either keep it like that, or I can change it and put some embellishments there. A guest check. I'll fold that in half, and I'm going to put that right in the front. Well, no, I think I want it on a little darker surface. I like it better there. Let's see what else. Oh, this actually could use a little bit of interest. So now I still have my green sheet. So you can make this as thick or as thin as you want. It really depends on the purpose that you have. If you're going to do only a lot of writing in it, you can get away with making it thicker. If you want to do a lot of embellishing to it as well, you might want to make it a little bit thinner because your embellishments are going to beef it up a bit, take up a lot of space. I'm going to put that in the middle, and I'm going to put this, actually, got these going on. Put a doily in there. You can use larger doilies. This just happens to be the size that I have available to me right at the moment, so I just picked that. I'm going to put that in the middle. Let's see. Got that one there. I think I'll put this pink one. So this is actually has perforated. All this is perforated. So I think what I should do is rip it apart and decide if I want it in like this, which I think I'll do it like that. And then I have more of these. I can layer that together, but I think it would be more interesting breaking up some of the lines from this. And then I have to decide with this other doily. Kind of want two doilies in there. Do I want one right in the very front so that is right at the get-go? No, I don't think I want that. I do like this teal colored right there. This is kind of fun. Let's try that. Okay, so let's see. So I've got that. I'm gonna kind of put it up there. I like playing around with that, and then I can fold this a little bit too. This will put in the middle. That. I have this tag. I think I'd like to put that in there too. Like that. It's just a leftover one that's kind of broken a little bit, ripped. Okay, so I think this is good. I'm going to go there. So the first one that we're going to do is just with ribbon. So you can use a full pretty ribbon, or you can use some twine like that. I'm going to grab this stuff. This is actually a shirt that I ripped up. So let's see if this is long enough, because then you can see how you can just make ribbon out of some things. Maybe you have a shirt you don't want anymore. Perfect. Okay, find my middle. I have things situated where I want. I'm going to wrap it around everything and then tie a nice knot on the outside. Now you don't want to tie it too tight. It's kind of short. I should do a longer one for that. If you tie it too tight, it's going to like dig into these little top corners. But if see right there, just with that, I have a journal ready to go and I can start using it. Now I can still decorate the front up and stuff, but that's the first way that you can make a quick, easy journal and just get going on it and have fun. Now for another way. For the second method, you use a hole punch. Now I'm not going to actually do the hole punch for you. I'm just going to describe it for you because I wanted to be able to do the third way for you. With the hole punch, you're going to find the middle. And if you have some clips to hold your book together while you do it, that's the best thing, because then you'll get a better, you'll punch the area better. So what you would do with something like this, and you might not be able to use this piece, or you might have to adjust it to an area where you can actually grab it. If you want it really secure, or you don't have to worry about it, you can add another string around. Anyway, lots of different ways, lots of different things to come up with solutions for. You would find the middle of your spine and then you would punch. Now if that's too much to punch through, you can start out with the first page, like let's say this was in there and this is a sheet. right? And it's too much to punch through all that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to find the middle of this one. I'm going to punch it, and on the other side, I'm going to punch it. So those are going to be the areas where I'm going to feed my yarn, thread, ribbon through. So I'm going to put it right there. So then what I want to do is make a marking like that. And so now I know I'm going to go through, I'm going to put punches on those two pieces. So what I can do, I can just kind of undo these two clips and go in and punch, boom, boom, and then move on to the next piece, boom, boom. Now this one will be kind of just held in there just from the force of the ribbon holding it together. So what you would do at the very end, after you had them all punched, instead of going around the edges like this, you would feed this end, this would be right here, you would feed this end through this hole and all the other holes in the stack, and then you would feed this end through this hole and all the other holes in the stack, and then on the other side it would come out holes right about here, and you would tie it together just like the other one that we just did. Once again, this is a little bit short, but you'd put a bow right there. Okay, and then like this front piece, what you would do is just put it right in like that. So that's the second method, the second way that you can just take an ordinary piece of cardstock and make a junk journal lickety-split. Boom. Now the third way is going to be the more classic way, and it does take a little bit more effort, but it's the way that I use most. What's nice about it, it does hold together better than these other two methods that I just showed you. These other two methods are great. There's nothing wrong with them. It's just if you want something a little bit more secure, you want to go with this method. So I'm going to grab a pokey tool. If you have something like this, if you have an awl, here's a simple one, you can use that. If you don't have anything, you can even take your needle and just kind of punch through one page at a time in order to get your punch. But you need to be able to punch through the pages just to create a space for your needle to go more easily through. I'm going to use this one. This is the one that I prefer using. I have a fun pink one someplace too. Okay, I'm going to put this one out just for the minute. I have a hole that's punched in there. That will be the center hole. So what you want to do is have it about an inch up, and then in the middle. So I've made these enough, and I'm not really worried about having an exact measurement. I'll just go ahead and I'll just sew them in. But for the purpose of this, I'm going to go ahead and show you. So see right there, that's an inch up. Measuring here, that's an inch. So I'm going to punch there, I'm going to punch there, and I'm going to punch in the middle. So you can measure out where the middle is. I'm just going to guess. So those are the three areas that I'm going to put my punch holes through. Boom. So it's holding together real well with my clips. Now, I should also say, I do it just like this. A better way of doing it is grabbing an old book. Now, this is a book that the cover was all ripped off of it. I think I got it for free at a thrift shop. Open it up, kind of put it in the middle of your book, and then you can go ahead and punch through the holes. And that way it just ensures a little bit more that you're going to hit right along in the spine. Right there. Now that you have that, you're going to take a thread. So if you have a crochet thread, something like this, that works out great. If you have embroidery thread, you could use something like that. I'm going to use one of the crochet threads, and it's about that thickness. So you don't want it too thin because it won't hold. You want it thick enough so that it will hold. If you're using just a normal thread, you probably want to double it up. I missed a very important part. For your thread, the rule of thumb is you want it 3 times the length right here. So there's 1, 2, 3. So I have it long enough. You want to have the 3 lengths. And it's really from punch to punch. So what we're going to do, we're going to sew this up. We're going to go in, go for the innie, an outie, and an outie. If you remember any outie outie, it'll direct you where to go. So I'm going through the innie, and if you have something, it's good to secure your clip. And in saying that, do the 3 lengths, and if you leave extra, then you have length for securing your clip a little bit more easily. So go through the innie. So it was innie, outie, outie. So now we do the outie. So our thread is on this side. So it doesn't matter which outie, but you just want to go through one of the outside holes. Find where you placed that punch and bring your needle through that hole. Oh, lost my thread. So fortunately, it didn't just completely go all the way. Okay, so I've got that there. Now I'm going to do the other outie, but this one is coming from the inside, and now I want to do innie again. So I'm going to come through the very same hole that we first started at, but I want my needle to come on the other side of where this thread is. So here's the middle thread that we did. That's the middle thread. This one comes over here, and I want this thread to come on the other side because we're going to tie it around that middle thread. So you just want to make sure it's nice and taut, that nothing is being messed up on the outside there. And then take it, and then, see, it's kind of musical. So then you want to tie a few knots. I like just taking my glue at this point and putting just a little dab on it, just to ensure that it's not going to come undone, and my journal's not going to come undone. So you can decorate these little cuties, pull your clips off, and now my book is ready to go. I can decorate it up, or if I wanted to, I could just start using it straight up like this. I'll show you here too real quick. I can fold this under, or I can put another piece over the top. Let's say I take this piece right here. Actually, let's take this piece, or something a little bit more cardstock-like. This is from the same paper pad, so it matches nicely, so I'm going to take this piece. So I can cut a strip and then just glue it right there. I'm going to cut about 2 inches. And then I know I'll just cut that so it's a little bit more easily to work with. So with this pocket, I'm going to put it right in here. So I think what I want to do actually is fold it over the edge, just to give the edge a little bit more strength. And then I'm also going to cut it off. These clips are great. Okay. So I'm going to take my glue, if you've never made one before and you don't have glue, your grocery store should have, I would think, some Elmer's glue. This is during quarantine, that's why, if you're seeing this after quarantine, that's where that comment comes from. So I can have this either so that it flips out as I'm going through, or I can make a little pocket out of it. I'm going to just put some glue, and then glue here. Now I have a fun little pocket. So as you can see, it is really easy making a book. This can move around too if you want. And you are ready to go. Boom. You have an awesome book that you can start writing in it. You can start decorating it. You can just go to town and have fun.